Let's talk a little about Robot Speaks. So, Robot Speaks is a phonemic awareness practice that helps children to develop the skill of segmentation and blending of sounds orally. So, for this activity, we're not looking at letters at all, we're literally just practicing that oral segmentation and oral blending, separating out the sounds in a word and then being able to put them back together. Both of these are critical skills for learning how to read and learning how to spell. And they can be started at a very young age. The reason we call it Robot Speaks and make it fun is because this can be a game you can play in the car. This can be a game that you do at home together around the dinner table. So for this game, we're going to start by explaining to the child that we're going to play a game called Robot Speaks. And my job is to talk like a robot and to say the sounds from a word. And their job is to try and push those sounds back together to work out which word we're actually saying. Then you might start with two sound words like am, and you would say Can you work out what word I'm saying? And hopefully they'll be able to tell you that they're saying am. This may take a little bit of practice, even with two sound words to begin with. Once they've kind of got the idea of the game, you can extend it to three sound words. You could do s, I, t, and have them tell you the word sit. And then work up towards four sound words where you have a blend of two consonants together at the beginning, like s, t, a, p. These tend to be a little bit harder, particularly to hear both of those sounds in the blend. You may find your child saying sop or top and missing one of those blend sounds. The same with blends at the end of a word. So for example, the word fast, fast. Separating out the s and t sound at the end of those words can be really tricky. Once they're really good, you can move on to 5 sound words and even 6 sound words. For this activity, we're going to stick with one syllable words. You could include our controlled sounds, you could include long vowel sounds, because really what we're practicing is hearing those individual sounds. So for the segmentation piece, which helps with spelling, this time you're going to provide the word for your child, and they're going to tell you the sounds. So you might say, can you tell me the sounds in the word sit? And they're going to perhaps say s, it, and tell you those separate sounds. When they can separate those sounds, eventually they'll be able to spell those words because they're able to hear each sound in the word. Again, this is more challenging with words with blends in. What you might find with a word like fast, your child might say fast, and that last sound with the st comes together as one sound. We handle that just by telling the child, ooh, let's listen to the end of that word. That st sound is actually 2 sounds. We have the sounds s, and which other sound can we hear at the end of fast? Help them by stretching those words out if they're struggling. Say it really slowly, fast. Which sounds can you hear in fast? The same if they're struggling to blend the sounds. Let's say your child is struggling with the word sit. You can try stretching out those sounds and just bringing them a little closer together. Sit, sit. What can we hear? You may also try saying the first sound followed by the rhyme, it, or sit, sit, with the first 2 sounds together, and then they're just having to blend on that final sound. Those are all ways that you can structure and support your child as they develop these skills.